my cosmic brother.
And
then we get stuck.
Hello, everybody.
Merry Christmas!
Hello. Merry Christmas or
Indeed.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
We are doing a special one-time only treat without puppeting. We are celebrating a Christmas Carol. Unfortunately, we are one man down and one puppet down. The puppet will be back next year, but the trustee is in a dinner engagement.
He's celebrating.
He is. Absolutely.
So we will get in his place, reading as Ebenezer Scrooge tonight, will be Mr. Sir Eric Breen.
Mm-hmm. Is Scrooge ever annoyed?
Constantly.
I feel like you could probably say bah humbug really well.
Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
But will it be a drunken bah humbug or
We'll
bah
see.
humbug bless?
I'll do my best.
Also joining us tonight in his little treat is Maranya.
Good evening, everyone.
And Melissa and Amy will also be helping out with all the girls' parts.
Not all. I have a few.
Oh yeah, there are
That's why I said to be helping out.
a lot of really cool roles for female characters.
There are.
This-
Mariah's little helpers.
Yes, we are.
Oh, man.
They're her children.
Yeah.
Little Cratchits.
Mhm. Actually, we are playing the little Cratchits.
You're playing my kids. Yes, you are.
All right.
Oh, dear.
Alrighty. We'll get this show on the road.
Yes.
All right.
It's time to play the music. It's time to let the lights. Ooh, do we have an audience tonight in here? In our theater?
We have
Right.
Brian.
No, but if we do this wrong, we might have a mob.
Oh, dear.
No, dear. We can't afford it, Mrs. Cratchit.
No venison. Okay.
A Christmas Carol
Ooh.
by Charles Dickens.
Mm-hmm.
15 cents in Canada and foreign.
Yeah. But don't
Canada
touch-
is not foreign, just so you know.
Well, like foreign markets.
A comic from 1948.
Wow.
Yeah.
76 years old.
It's always exciting to find something older than you guys, right?
It's definitely older than Eric and I.
Is that Groucho Marx?
That is.
Definitely graduated.
Yeah, I saw it earlier on a scroll, and I was like, I had to pause. Like, what is that?
That's Groucho.
What if it would have been a contemporary reference at the time?
It would have been.
Contemporary
Actually,
contender? Yeah.
It would have been contemporary, yes.
Are we ready?
Go ahead. Where else?
All right. Christmas Carol.
You want me to make it bigger?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, please.
By
Much
Charles
better.
Dickens. Are we gonna do what we usually do?
Do you- So, are we reading the entire novel page for page exactly how he wrote it, or is this adapted somehow?
Well, we're
well,
adapting ourselves.
okay. Hey, Mr. Narrator, who adapted this? Why, thank you for asking. That would be George D. Lipscomb. And,
Hi, Mr. Narrator.
Oh, no, it's too late. You're fired. Who illustrated this?
You can't
By
fire me.
R.D. Henry
I quit.
Kiefer.
Oh,
The immortal Christmas song story, Christmas ghost story, portraying the hair-raising experiences of Ebenezer Scrooge,
And Libernacci.
a stony-hearted old skinflint who lives solely to satisfy his own material wants
Not really.
and scoffs openly at the spiritual pleasures of his fellow men. His partner, Jacob Marley, a poet and a prophet, a
mhm.
long time dead and buried. Scrooge carries on the business by himself, even though the sign above the warehouse still bears the legend, Scrooge and Marley. One cold, bleak, and biting afternoon, the day before Christmas, finds Scrooge at work in his counting house.
This is not a Campbell Soup production.
Definitely not.
More like great value.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Scrooge Man.
This is going to prove an immensely profitable year for the firm of Scrooge and Marley. In a dismal little cell adjoining Scrooge's office,
Brr! The cold is unbearable. Guess I'll replenish the fire.
and where are you going with that shovel, young man?
Well, I was just going to replenish the fire, Mr. Scrooge. I am almost numb. I can't even feel my flippers.
Yay!
Ah, you are indeed. Well then, perhaps you'd better find yourself another position where you could thaw out your frigid condition. Hey, that rhymed.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't finished.
Oh, continue, sir.
Thank you. Return to your work, I say, and be done with this nonsense.
Yes, sir.
The young scallywag. I'll make it work for him if that's what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
The old drunk miser. Imperious Rex.
Yeah.
If I didn't have my family to think of, I'd leave him in his wormy old books.
Yee-haw! Did I hear Imperious Rex?
Yes, you did.
Suddenly, a cheerful voice rang out, startling the old man.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Huh? What's that? Bah! Humbug!
Christmas a humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
And what right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come then. What right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be downhearted? You're rich enough.
I said poor. Somebody pour me one. Humbug, I say.
Somebody give him a humbug blast.
If I had my way, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled with his own pudding and be buried with a stake of holly in his heart.
Wow.
You keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it, Uncle.
For those who are wondering, this is the story of Target.
Mhm.
To me, it's a fine and blessed thing, and though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and I say, God bless it.
Bravo! Bravo!
The nephew's speech brought an involuntary burst of applause from the little cell. Let me hear another word from you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
I'm sorry, Mike.
I got that. The clerk poked the little fire and extinguished the last frail spark.
When will I ever learn to control my emotions? Gee, if I just jab this in his back, I can take the money and leave.
Mhm.
Unless it was an accident.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Will there be spirits?
No, I don't believe so.
Don't know if Ann Watkins has had them already.
Then kiss off with you. I'll see you in Hades first. That's a bar around the corner. Good afternoon.
I'm sorry with all my heart to find you so obstinate, but I'll keep crying Christmas humor to the last. So Merry Christmas, Uncle, and Happy New Year.
Hades is the bar that sells Fireball whiskey.
As the nephew departed, two portly gentlemen entered the office.
Scrooge. Oh, sorry.
That's the speaker thing.
Yep. So, who wants to do honeydew?
Go ahead. Do
Scrooge and Marley, I believe, have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or a Mr. Marley.
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night.
You are correct. We have no doubt that his generosity is well represented by his surviving partner.
What's this?
There's something in the air.
Shaking his head, Scrooge handed back the papers. You're wasting your time, gentlemen.
Yes. We would appreciate a contribution for the many thousands of poor and the destitute who are in dire need.
I don't care if they listen to Dire Straits. What are there, no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
No public radio?
Are there no Hostess Pies?
No MTV? I want my MTV.
Oh, there are, sir. I am sorry to say. But we choose this time when we want it keenly felt, and the abundance of rejoices. For what shall I put you down for?
You know, money for nothing and your chicks for free? Nothing. I don't make merry myself at Christmas. Mary doesn't make herself at Christmas. And I can't afford to make idle people merry. So I must bid you good gentlemen adieu. At length, the hour for closing arrived. You want all day tomorrow, I suppose?
If quite convenient, sir. But don't.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. You want a day's wages, I suppose? A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December.
Is that our oncoming boss?
However, I expect you to be here all the earlier the next morning.
I will, sir. I'm Mary. Good afternoon, sir.
Scrooge made his home in a dreary section of the town in an old suite of rooms which once belonged to his dead partner. Christmas, humbug, now, off to Hades.
The bar.
For some Fireball and Baja Blast.
As Joe Biden groped his way in the dark. I'm just trying.
As he groped his way in the dark. Jacob Marley? Good heavens, Miss Tesserae, you're beautiful.
That's one way to get ahead.
Miranda's probably the only person that had a prayer getting that one.
Mm-hmm.
Science! As Scrooge looked fixedly at the knocker. Knocker, singular.
What knocker?
Face disappeared. Humph. It was just my imagination running away with me. Fastening the door, he walked slowly up the stairs, trimming his candle as he went. It was a remarkable likeness of the old sinner at that. As he bolted the door of his room, he could not erase from his mind the image he had seen in the knocker. Stuff and nonsense. Old Marley's is dead as a doornail. To ease his mind, however, he made a thorough search of the rooms.
And started a forest fire.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll start a forest fire.
No.
But first, there's nothing under the bed.
Okay.
He's hunting trees.
Be
I don't think so.
very, very quiet. I'm hunting tweez.
You
In
need to
the,
clean out under your bed if there's a forest down there.
in the closet, his dressing gown hung in a suspicious attitude against the wall.
Mm.
What? I'm a cross-dresser?
Mm.
Oh, nobody in. Good gracious. Empty, as I should have known. Guess I'll have my gruel and go to bed. Boiled cereal.
So
Mhm.
what? Oatmeal?
Kind of like oatmeal, yeah.
No, it's like putting
Yeah.
Cheerios in
Right.
and bluntly, it's
Oh no! Do not put Cheerios in the milk and microwave it.
only you can boil Cheerios.
No.
Putting on his dressing gown and nightcap, he sat
Hey.
down before the fire to write a letter to the Rawhide Kid
Hey.
and take his gruel.
To the Rawhide Kid's Jewel?
I don't know where he's taking it, but
As he ate Marley's image continued to haunt his mind.
Oh my.
Thomas lives. Yeah.
As he ate Grandma.
Jumping up, he took several turns across the room. Humbug! I am a fool to let my imagination disturb me this way. Throwing himself back in his chair, he was almost startled out of his wits.
Ring!
Good heavens! Someone get the damn phone! The bell is ringing. Louder and louder the bell rang, and soon was joined by every bell in the house.
Ring, ring, ring.
Ring.
No sooner had the bells ceased ringing when Scrooge was aware of a clanking noise deep down below.
Clank, clank, clank.
I do say that ghosts in haunted houses sometimes drag their chains behind them.
That kind of chain gang. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I saw a picture of you. Oh! Suddenly,
Squeak! Squeak!
he heard a cellar door fly open with a booming sound. Then, coming up the stairs, coming straight toward his door.
At the lunch properties!
Oh, dear God, it's Palpatine.
No.
He's in a wheelchair. He stole it from Tiny Tim. Tom, I've heard it both ways. It's humbug still. I won't believe it. Through the heavy door came Marley's ghost, trailing a heavy chain made of cash boxes, padlocks, ledgers, deeds, and heavy purses wrought in steel.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's like cool.
How now, brown cow? What do you want with me? Who in the blue hell are you?
Hi, ask me who it was. In life, it was your partner, Jacob Marley, Bob Marley's cousin.
Oh, dear God, I thought you was Ziggy.
I wanna come jamming with you.
Yeah, go
Can
with you,
you
Mom.
sit down?
You're rocking the
Without
boat.
hesitation, the ghost sat down near the fireplace as if it were quite used to it.
I would
I'm gonna
leave
add
that
that.
alone up there. Ah, you see, Mon, I am really the spirit of Jacob Marley. Why do you doubt your senses, Ebenezer?
Because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. A slight disorder of the stomach can make things seem what they really are not. You may be on undigested bit of beef or fragments of underdone potato. There are no ghosts. See this toothpick? I have but to swallow this, and I'll be cursed with a legion of goblins, all of my own creation.
Acoustic goblins.
Nah, I think you might just bleed to death and die.
Looks like he's got
Or
little,
that.
He's got little pointy fingernails.
He
It's,
does.
it's Aunt May's hand.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter, dear.
Hey.
I'm sorry for stepping on your intellectual property.
Apology accepted this time.
The next time I get the cleaver.
That's right, you do.
At this, the spirit raised a fearful cry and removed the bandage from around its head. Oh dear, mercy, dreadful apparition. Why do you trouble me?
Men of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not, one?
I do, I must. But why do spirits walk the earth and not come to me in a shot glass?
Because, like you, I never walked among my fellow men when alive, and so I am content to do so after death to witness all the things I could have shared while on earth, man.
Grimly, the spirit censured the trembling Scrooge for the selfish, unchristian life he led,
Ooh.
and didn't get him coffee,
Yeah.
and treated him with the same fate unless he soon repented.
Well, I didn't
Oh,
get
no.
coffee either.
If you don't get coffee, he'll be like Marley.
My time is nearly gone, man. I'm here to warn you that you yet have a chance of escaping my fate, my Dr. Fate.
You were always a good friend, Jacob,
A good what?
before I killed you. Thank you.
Are you a good what?
I'm sorry. You were always a good and friend, Jacob,
There you go.
before I killed you.
Ah.
Thank you.
Wait, what now?
Aye. Soon you'll be haunted by 3 spirits. Jameson's, what's the other one?
Smirnoff?
Jack Daniels and Smirnoff. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Without their visit, you cannot hope to shun the paths I tread. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls 1.
Good. That's happy hour.
But
Yeah.
where the bell tolls, bum, 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 bum.
Ah,
Couldn't I take them all at once and have it over with, Jacob?
what?
can't mix
Have
alcohol.
a heck of a hangover? No. Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third on the following night, mon, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate.
With these words, the specter wrapped the bandage around its head as before.
Oh, trivia point: that the bandage is to keep his jaw, the skull, so it doesn't drop down and fall off.
As the ghost retreated, at each step it took, the window raised itself a little.
Mm-hmm. Come close to me, Ebenezer.
Hold me closer, Ebenezer.
Bidding Scrooge to come no further, the specter floated out upon the bleak, dark night. Scrooge looked out the window and saw the air filled with phantoms, many of whom were strangers, many of whom had been known to Scrooge in their lives, all misers.
All you heat and gold.
Running back to the door. Locked and bolted is when I left it. Guess I'll go to bed.
Sleep off whatever that was.
Too tired to undress, Scrooge went straight to bed and fell asleep upon the instant.
Coffee.
No, I didn't get coffee.
Nope.
And if I don't get coffee, Scrooge doesn't either.
You got here's some instant tea.
Ugh.
He was awakened by the chimes from a neighboring church. It struck 6, 7, then 8, and regularly up to 12. 12? That clock must be wrong. An icicle must have got into the works. Why, it's impossible that I've slept the whole day and far into another night. Scrooge went back to bed, but tossed about, unable to sleep. It's all been a horrible dream, huh? Or has it been? He listened as the bell tolled quarter hours, and then... What o'clock? Suddenly, the lights flashed up in the room, and an unearthly visitor appeared by the side of his bed.
Oh, I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Ha-cha-cha, Hobbit.
How did you know my name?
But what business brings you here?
Oh, your welfare and reclamation. Rise and walk with me.
At
Are
his
you
age,
Elias?
I don't think he can rise at that age.
Mm.
The spirit led him gently to the window. But I am mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand there, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
My, what lovely pixel fingers you have.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you.
As the phantom spoke, they passed through the wall and stood upon an open country road. And it took me home. It was a clear, cold winter day with snow on the ground.
Hazy shade of winter.
Good heavens. I'm sobering up now. I was bred in this place. I was born here.
Let us go on.
As they walked along the road. Why, I know all those people, or I knew them once when I wore a younger man's clothes.
Mhm.
These are but shadows of things that have been. They are unaware of our presence.
Presents? We're getting presents?
Mm.
Well, it is Christmas.
Oh, goody.
Mhm.
The ghost led Scrooge to the door of the little schoolhouse and pointed out the form of a lonely boy reading near a feeble light. He recognized himself as a child. Poor little boy, always alone, neglected, and shunned by his aunt friends.
Mhm.
Suddenly,
That's summer.
Remember those characters?
why, it's Ali Baba. Yes, I know him. And Valentine and his wild brother Orson. And there they go. And the Sultan and the Genie.
Swing.
And Engeltine and his donkey.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
Poor donkey. There's Robinson Crusoe and his man Friday. And the parrots. Hello. What? Hello?
Hello. It's hello.
Hello.
Hello, Parrot.
That's a lot of hullabaloo for hello.
Yes, it was.
Seized with pity for his former self, Scrooge broke down and cried bitterly. Poor boy. Poor boy. I wish, but it's too late now.
Oh, what is the matter?
Nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol at my door last night. I should have given him something other than a boot to the head, that's all.
Mhm.
Smiling thoughtfully, the ghost waved its hand.
Let us see another Christmas. Poor boy.
Scrooge's former self grew larger at the words, and the room became a little darker and dirtier.
Dear brother, I have come to bring you home, dear brother.
Is this young Scrooge?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's still drunk.
I'm still drunk? Okay.
He's not that young.
Home, little fawn?
Yes, home for good and all, home for ever and ever. We're to be together all the Christmases long and have the merriest time in all the world.
Yay! She had a large heart. She died a woman and had, I think, children.
Mountie of Thoplu. One child? My nephew? The ghost led Scrooge to a warehouse, and they entered. Why, it's old Fezziwig. Bless his heart. It's Fezziwig alive again.
Waka waka! Yo ho! There, Ebenezer Dick!
Last name is.
Scrooge's former self, now a young man, comes briskly in, accompanied by his fellow apprentice. Dick Williams, former Major League manager. To be sure, bless me, yes. One who's learning a trade.
Oh, if you told
Wow,
me.
Shit.
he really looks like he's gonna say inconceivable.
Mhm.
Yo ho ho, my lads! No more work tonight. Christmas Eve, come clear away and let's make merry. Get them all in here, everybody. Waka waka.
Waka waka waka.
In a moment, the cleared room resounded with the merry tunes of a fiddler and the joyous shouts of happy dancers.
And probably a lot of clippy clopping.
As he watched the merry dancers clippity-clopping, Scrooge acted like a man out of his wits. Oh, this clippity and cloppity!
Mhm.
His heart and soul were in the scene, and with his former self, the ghost spoke up.
Oh, my time grows short. Quick.
The scene faded, and again Scrooge saw his former self. This time, a man in the prime of his life. By his side sat a fair young girl.
We're both drunk at this time, right?
Mm.
That's Ebenezer. I've seen your noble aspirations fall off one by one until the master position goes.
The governor.
She's drunk.
Wait, yeah,
The governor passion.
governor, yeah. Until the governor position, gold has completely possessed you.
What then? I'm not changed towards you, am I?
Perhaps, but your nature has changed. Your spirits, all the spirits, all the hooches and liqueurs and those spritzers, everything that made my love of any of value in your sight is altered.
Well, if you hadn't drank half my spirits, I could be twice as drunk.
Well, we'd still be no better off. We'd be stuck with wine boxes. I release you from our engagement with a full heart, for the love of him you once were. May you be happy in the life you've chosen.
Wow, they take booze seriously in that household.
Scroll back up.
Yeah.
And a little bit further because there's a little
Yes,
Yeah,
I know. Quick, are you in charge here?
Yes.
Where she is.
As
She's
she departed, Scrooge cried out in anguish, "Spirits, show me no more. Why, of course Piranha's in charge. Why do you delight in torturing me?
one more shadow.
No more, no more. I've seen so many things I never seen before.
Mhm.
Let's turn on the light. I don't want to see no more." But the restless ghost forced him to pay copyright charges to Three Dog Night
Mhm.
to observe what happened next. The scene changed, and the same fair young girl, now a comely matron, with her husband and child.
Oh, Belle, I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon. And friend of yours this afternoon.
Not Mr. Scrooge.
Ah, Mr. Scrooge it was. Well, I passed his office window and I could scarcely help seeing him. His partner lies at the point of death, I hear, and there he sat alone, quite alone in the world, I do believe.
Again, Scrooge cried out in terror.
I told you these were shadows of the things that have been. Do not blame me for what they are.
I didn't hear him crying on terror.
"Spirits, remove me from this place. Remove me. I cannot bear it. Every bottle is empty."
Barrett, waka waka.
Desperately, he sprang upon the ghost. "Leave me. Take me back. Haunt me no longer." Suddenly, he was conscious of being in his own bedroom. An irresistible drowsiness came over him as he sank into a heavy sleep.
Was it Wednesday already?
Awakened,
Hmm.
promptly at the stroke of one, Scrooge saw the room filled with a strange, eerie light. This ghostly light. Perhaps it comes from a forest fire.
No, not those. She had to take off and put out a forest fire with her.
I'll
little-
see. Suddenly, he placed his hand on the doorknob.
Put out fire.
Enter, Ebenezer Scrooge, enter.
Necessities.
You have never seen the like of me before, have you? I am the ghost of Christmas present.
Christmas presents.
Cliff Cornwall?
Mhm.
You really let yourself go. Conduct me where you will. I learned a lesson last night, which is working now. If you have, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my baby hand. Oh wait, that's the other part. Panel.
Oh, that's the other. Okay.
Oh, his hand is pretty small, even in that panel.
For that size, yeah.
Ebenezer Scrooge, touch my robe.
Mm.
What is that, a pixel finger starter kit?
Mm.
Immediately, the room vanished, and they stood on the city streets.
The city street.
The city streets! On Christmas morning.
Come with me to yonder house as we start a forest fire.
Yeah, he's got the thing going.
Christmas past is just chasing them around with a little stick trying to put out little fires.
That's the house of my clerk, Bob Cratchit, who I believe is out starting a forest fire.
Oh dear.
The ghost stopped to bless Cratchit's dwelling with the sprinkles from its torch.
Which isn't fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not fire.
Think of it. Cratchit has but 15 shillings a week, and yet he can afford to buy enough matches to start forest fires. He blesses his wretched 4-room house. 4 rooms for 15 shillings? As though it were a palace. Holding on to its robe, Scrooge followed the ghost into the house.
That's not following.
Says, my God, now your hand's huge.
Yep.
This is Cratchit's family.
They don't have any color.
Well, then Zach should be happy.
I think that's Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Mother, I smelt the goose outside the baker's, and now I know it must be ours.
But where's your father and your brother, Tiny Tim and Martha? She wasn't as late last Christmas by half an hour.
Here's Martha, Mother.
Ah, why, bless your heart, Martha. How late you are.
Well, we had a deal of work to finish up last night and had to clear away the morning, Mother.
Well, never mind, so long as you are here. Sit ye down by the fire, my dear. Lord bless you.
Peter?
That's Peter again.
Right? It is Peter.
There's father coming. Hide, Martha, hide.
As Martha hid, Bob Cratchit walked in with no coffee, but carrying Tiny Tim on his shoulders.
2 hand coffee.
Through the tulips.
Why? Where is our Martha? Miss Piggy?
Not coming, Bob.
Your name's Martha, too? Oh, your mother's.
Yes.
Damn it.
I was hoping for a Miss Piggy, but that's okay.
Not coming, Bob. Oh, Bobby.
Gurmy. What? Not coming on a Christmas day?
Unwilling to hurt him any longer, Martha Kent rushed into her father's arms.
Martha, what a joke to play on your father. Now you'll be forced to set forest fires
Hmm.
as your
Oh, I
punishment.
had more I wanted to do tonight.
And how did little Tim behave, Kirby?
As good as gold. I showed him Madman a box and he passed out.
That would work.
But he told me coming home he hoped that the people saw him in church because it might please them to remember that they're not crippled like him. And they can walk.
Waka waka.
You remember how they say who made the lame people walk and the blind see?
Why did he not come to me? At last, the dinner was all done, and the family gathered round the freshly lighted forest fire.
A Merry Christmas to all, my dears. God bless us all, and let the fire continue to burn through the country.
Merry Christmas.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno. Burn that mother down.
God bless us, everyone.
Showing a sudden interest he had never shown before.
Oh, it's Bob first and
Is it go left, right?
Oh.
Bottom left.
left to right.
Oh, I thought that was part of that panel. Never mind. Bob held the withered little hand tightly in his own as he dreaded that Tiny Tim might be taken from him.
Mhm.
Showing sudden interest, deja vu, he had never shown before, Scrooge addressed the spirit. Spirit, tell me, Tiny Tim will live.
I see a I see a vacant spot at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh no.
And a chair in the chimney corner. And a crutch without an owner. If shadows remain unaltered by the future child, will die.
No, he must live long enough to have a 2-story dwelling so that I may send him down the stairs Tommy Udo style.
Hmm.
Oh, no, no, no. Kind spirit, say he will be spared. Pitilessly, the ghost repeated the very words that Scrooge had once used.
What if he should not live? If he is to die, he should and die. But better do it and decrease the population. There's a climate change going on.
Mm.
Who are you to decide what man shall live and what man shall die? In the sight of heaven, you may be more worthless to live than the millions like this poor man's nice child.
Mm-hmm.
Or poor child's nice man.
Nice pins.
Trembling before the ghost's rebuke, Scrooge was startled at the mention of his own name.
Dear Mr. Scrooge, I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
And I dare say he would choke.
Hush, my dear Miss Piggy.
Yes.
And quiet, Timmy. It's Christmas Day.
It is not fitting on Christmas Day that one drink the health of such an odious, stinging, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. Nobody knows we is better than you, Robert.
Wait. Only one drink to good health? I've had 5.
Yes.
You've still got a long way to catch up.
I feel it's appropriate misrepresenting Mr. Scrooge with spirits.
Again, Bob interposed.
Remember, my dear, it is Christmas Day.
Yes.
Ooh,
I'll drink
busy.
his health for your sake and the days, not for his. A Merry Christmas to Mr. Scrooge, if it has any meaning for him.
Oh, gosh, she doesn't even look good at closing time.
Oh my God. Oof.
That's why I've had 5.
That's not enough.
I know.
On through the streets sped the ghost, trying to put as much distance between he and that woman, with Scrooge clinging tightly to his robe. Don't forget me.
Just flying behind him with his feet kicking out behind.
Soon they stood upon a bleak moor. What place is this?
This is China, the apple factory, where miners do labor.
Oh dear.
And under the earth they live. Hobbits, they say.
Yes.
Oh, look, there's all the Uyghurs.
I don't want to know what you said.
There's the man in the yellow
Oh
hat.
dear.
The Uyghurs are the Muslim.
Okay.
Work in the Chinese.
I know. I just didn't
That's
hear
right,
it.
yeah. We're not canceled yet.
Inside the hut, they found a cheerful company singing a Christmas song.
See, here at Walmart, they are poor and destitute. But they know me, the spirit of Christmas present. I give them gifts at Christmas.
Again, they hurried on and sped over the black and heaving sea. They lighted on a ship.
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Arr, the same to ye. Extend me greetings to the men at their stations. We'll all go below for Christmas carols as soon as this wind dies down.
But, sir, we're knee deep in water. I don't think we'll be going down anywhere but down to the bottom of the ocean.
I'll race you then.
Down whatever it had, Davy Jones' locker, then, I guess.
That's what it is.
Suddenly, Scrooge was surprised to hear a familiar voice laughing uproariously. Scrooge? That sounds like my nephew.
Oh, ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. One moment. Let me go find your nephew.
awkward pause.
Who is this?
That's Amy.
That's Fred. But one of the sisters left.
Oh,
dear.
We're back. Okay, so here's
That's you. That's your lady.
So
He said that Christmas was a humbug, and he believed it too.
More shame on him, Fred. I'm sure he's very rich, at least. You always tell me so.
What of it, my dear? He does no good with it. He hasn't the satisfaction of thinking he is ever going to benefit us with it.
But I have no patience with him.
Oh, I have. I am sorry for him. I'll go on being nice to him every Christmas. Who knows? He may even give his clique a raise.
Well,
yeah, out the door.
after tea, no, not after coffee.
coffee.
Long Island iced tea.
They had some music and then played games. Entering into the spirit, Scrooge joined them, although the company was unaware of his presence.
Well, I finished up some Mario Party. Let's play yes and no, Fred.
Ah, why not, my dear? I'll start off with some questions myself.
Scrooge pleaded with the spirit to stay a little longer.
My time is short.
But that's a new game. Please, spirit, dare breath to bring out the 12-year-old scotch. Only a half hour longer. I beg you.
You can't see me. My time is now.
Oh dear, John Cena.
All right, my young friends, fire away.
At every question put to him, the nephew burst out into a fresh roar of laughter. The questions came thick and fast and furious. Is it a live animal? A rather disagreeable animal? Does it sometimes talk? Boy, this is a room full of people that will be very glad when radio and television is invented.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a horse or cow or pig or bear?
That's right.
Oh. We
No,
didn't. Yeah.
I know what it is, Fred. I know. It's your Uncle Scrooge.
Why, you bitch. This brought forth a fresh gale of laughter. And it was yelling at Eglantine. When it had subsided, the nephew raised his glass.
He's given us plenty of merriment, and it would be ungrateful not to drink to his health. A Merry Christmas to the old man, Uncle Scrooge.
I'd like to be drinking to anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank ye, me and friends. And Merry Christmas to you all.
My life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight.
Even as the ghost spoke, the chimes sounded midnight. At the last stroke of the bell, the ghost of Christmas present vanished. My heavens, it's 12 o'clock. The hour for the appearance of the third spirit. Suddenly,
Okay, so who's got Christmas future?
He doesn't speak.
So that should have been Palpatine.
Yeah.
you're the ghost of Christmas yet to come?
Yes.
The spirit answered, not but pointed onward. You're about to show me shadows of the things that will happen in the time before us. Is that so, spirit? The spirit inclined its head, and that was the only answer he received. Lead on, spirit. I fear you more than any spectre I've seen. But I know your purpose is to do me good. Lead on.
Macduff.
In a twinkling, they were in the heart of a big city.
Big city.
Big city! And stopped before a little knot of businessmen.
So apparently this guy's never met the Spectre, Jim Cargan.
Yes.
No, I don't know much about it either way. All I know is he's dead.
Why, I thought he'd never die.
What has he done with his money?
He just went straight for it there.
I haven't heard. Left it out to good company, perhaps. He hasn't left it to me. That's all that I know. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral. For upon my life, I don't know anybody to go to it. Suppose we make up a party and volunteer the turtles.
Cowabunga, dudes.
I don't mind going if a lunch is provided. To be sure, it isn't my funeral.
Apple course?
Yeah, if they provide pizza and apple cores, I dare say the turtles would come.
Bro, I just found some.
Ah.
Thanks.
Such gruesome humor is unbecoming, to say the least. And besides, we're serving turtle soup.
Oh, no.
Hey.
I wonder if they are speaking.
Okay. Didn't think it
Deeply
goes there.
disturbed by what he has just heard, Scrooge is whisked away to a dilapidated junk shop where he sees the belongings of the dead man being disposed of.
Ho, ho, ho. This is the gold. And the end of it, you see. Don't you, Alicia? He frightened everyone away from when he was alive to profit us when he was dead.
Daddy, why have you gone away for a month?
Alicia, he's gone.
I'll be back.
We can no longer hear you.
Hope you're doing good, Pixel. Be safe and Merry Christmas.
Spirit,
Speaking of which, I forgot to put poles in the box.
I see. Suck it, Alicia. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. The scene vanished, and suddenly they stood in Scrooge's bedroom. Merciful heavens, what is that? Calmly, the spirit pointed to the head. Oh, no, Spirit, I have not the power to look. If there is any person who feels emotion caused by this man's death, show me that person to me. Spirits, I beseech you.
Willie Regal?
The room faded, and they were in the presence of a couple at a dinner table.
Then you have bad news, dear. He will not give us more time to meet our debt.
It is beyond his power, Caroline. He is dead.
To whom will our debt be transferred?
I don't know. But before that time, we shall be ready with the money.
Again, Scrooge pleaded with the phantom. Let me see some tenderness connected with the death. Otherwise, Spirit, the dark chamber which was left just now will forever haunt me. The ghost conducted him through the streets as they entered poor Bob Cratchit's house.
Illegally.
Cratchit's house. Can it be the Tiny Tim is? Oh, no, Spirit. It can't be. It mustn't. Tremulously, Scrooge followed the phantom across the threshold.
Trumanist?
Yes.
You mustn't for the world show your father you've been crying when he comes home. It must be near his time.
And also almost near for hour 2.
Hey, is that Tiny Tim on the right there with the gray hair?
Boom!
Hour 2.
All right.
Are we going to show the sign?
Yeah.
I'd have to pause the reading, go back, and see just your little sign thing.
Okay. Okay.
Welcome to hour 2.
Yes, yes.
Hour 2. We're past it, rather. But we'll see the sign at the end. And I think he's walked a little slower since Tiny, the last few evenings, Mother.
I have known him to walk with Tiny Tim on his shoulder very fast indeed. He loved him so it was no trouble.
Soon, Bob Cratchit came in, trying to appear cheerful.
I was going to say, I thought it was 2 separate panels at first, then I realized the door.
Mhm.
What an industrious family! How is everybody this fine evening?
Yes. Tell me, Robert, were you there today?
Yes, my dear, and I wish that you could have gone. Everything is so green.
It's not easy being green.
I promise him I would walk there on a Sunday.
Unable to contain himself any longer, he broke down sobbing.
My little child, my poor little child. How did I know he'd fall down the stairs if I pushed him?
Hmm.
Deeply affected by the scene he had just witnessed, Scrooge cried out in anguish.
Anguish?
English?
Spectre, somehow I feel that our parting moment is at hand. Tell me, what's man that was whom I saw lying dead in the bed? The spirit led him to a shabby, unkept graveyard. Before I tried it, that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be? Or are they the things that may be? And where is the Hulk? Still, the ghost pointed downward to the grave by which he stood. Merciful heavens!
He's not looking at it.
Oh, spirits! Oh, no! No!
Is it left?
It's a bit. Can you? Spirits, hear me. I am not the man I was. Why show me this if I am past all hope? For the first time, the hand appeared to shake. Good spirit, your nature decedes for me and pities me. Assure me that I may yet change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will not shut out the lessons that the 3 spirits have taught me. Now tell me I may sponge away the writings on this stone.
I thought he said shut the Lesters.
Oh,
I was like, dang.
wow.
Trembling with emotion, he caught hold of the spectral hand. Suddenly, the phantom shrunk, collapsed, and dwindled down into a bedpost. My bed, my room. I still have time to make amends.
Eat hot death, Jackson.
What did he say?
Wow, they captured Eric perfectly.
Hmm.
That's how he looked in the 1800s.
Oh, jeez.
As he scrambled out of bed, he cried out with joy.
Yay!
I will live in the past, the present, and the future. Jackson Roy Kirk, go bleep yourself. Jacob Marley, heaven and Christmas be praised for this. I don't know what to do. I am as happy as an angel, as merry as a schoolboy who's just started a forest fire. A Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year to all the world. Hello there. Whoop.
Ding dong.
He was checked by his joy, by the churches, in his joy, by the churches ringing out the lustiest peals he had ever heard.
Yeah, that's correct.
Ring, ring, ring.
Church bells? Can it be? How are you down there? What time does Hades open?
I reckon I won't know, sir.
Then what day is this?
Today? Why, Christmas Day, to be sure.
Oh, damn, the bars are closed on Christmas Day.
It's
Sorry
Wednesday,
about
actually.
I haven't missed it. I am that. Go over to the poulterer and see if he still has that prized turkey.
The wild turkey?
Oh, bollocks. Their liquor store's closed too. The big one. Make it quick, and I'll give you half a Crown Royal. Oh, dear. I'll send it to Bob Cratchit's. He shan't know he sent it. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim. In fact, I think I'll stuff him in it.
Wait, the wild turkey bottle?
Paying the boy well for his trouble, Scrooge shaved, dressed himself in his finest clothes, and went out into the streets.
Good morning, sir. A Merry Christmas to you.
Of all the sweet words I have heard, she has a husky voice. They're the sweetest to my ears.
Good. While he's away, I'll rob him of all his liquor.
Joke's on her.
He had not gone far when he met the gentleman who had walked into his office the day before. My dear sir, how do you do? I hope you succeeded yesterday. A Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge!
Yes, that is my name, and I fear it may not be pleasant to you. Will you have the goodness to accept my donation of £20?
£8 is worth approximately
$5.
$5?
$5.
Yeah.
That time.
In the 40s, so
Yeah.
No. I don't know this. No, this is supposed to be not the 40s. It's 1890s.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, but I mean, the book was published in the 40s, so it would have been $5 back then, not $5.
Probably still is $5.
Probably, yeah.
It's a good amount of money.
$100.
That's not bad if you're giving him 20 of them, so very cool. Anyway, let me do the math. In today money, that would be, oh, Lord bless me. Dear me, Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
Of course not. Piss off.
Charlie, you're not serious.
I am, and don't call me Shirley. If you please, that's a farthing less. Great money back payments are included in it, I assure you. Will you do me that favor?
I don't know what to say to such generosity.
He went to church and walked about the streets, patting children on the head,
Oh,
expecting a visit from child services, stopping to question beggars,
Why are you poor?
to get a job, Lizard, and quite as happy as he had never been before. In the afternoon, he went to his nephew's house.
his nephews. Ew.
Oh no.
Is your governor home, my dear?
Yes, sir. He's in the dining room, sir, with the mistress. I'll show you upstairs, if you please.
Even he has a mistress in the same house?
His wife.
He's quite the ladies' man. Sidling his face in at the door, Scrooge called out, "I, your Uncle Scrooge, I've come to have dinner. Will you let me in, Fred?"
I need to find a record to scratch it.
Well, we had to vid those first.
Yes.
Why, bless my soul.
Look, there's even cake.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Turkey, cake, and fruit.
Nice.
And apples.
Oh, wine.
Received joyfully by his nephew and niece, Scrooge had the happiest time of his life.
It is wonderful having you here, dear uncle.
You'll never understand how much this means to me, my boy. The liquor store was closed. A night of wonderful games, wonderful people, and happiness.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh, Uncle, we were also afraid you would not come.
I wouldn't have missed this for all the money in the world, my darling.
Aw.
Next morning. I must go to the office early this morning before Bob Cratchit gets there.
That's a big cupcake.
Look, there's a lot of shaving cream there for one little whisker.
He's got to get the heck out of that whisker. That whisker doomed.
He really needed that whisker. As he walked along, he chuckled at the little joke he planned for his clerk. I can just see Bob Cratchit's face now as I call him down for being late.
Cratchit's got a gun. Ebenezer's on the run.
Good. He isn't here yet. Now I can get that bottle he keeps at his desk.
Hey, backwash.
Ooh.
The clock struck 9, a quarter past, and no Bob. Wonderful. Cratchit is 15 minutes late. 3 minutes later, Cratchit stepped meekly into his little cell.
I'm late. I hope Scrooge is easy with me this morning. My wife already beat me up. That's why I got the black eye.
Hello. What do you mean by coming here at this time of day?
I'm very sorry, sir. I am behind my time.
We don't have pencils or erasers yet.
You are? Yes, I think you are. Step this way, if you please.
Okay, all right. It's only once a year, sir. It shall never be repeated. I was making merry yesterday, and then I saw Emily in the morning.
That's funny. I was making merry last night.
What?
I'll tell you what, my aunt friend. I am not going to stand this sort of thing any longer. And therefore...
But, sir, you're sitting down.
I'm about to raise your salary. What, I am?
My celery?
I've
Nice.
got to sober up. Scared out of his wits, Cratchit made a grab for the ruler.
Ah! Good heavens! The man must be out of his mind.
And Merry Christmas, Bob. I'll raise your salary and endeavor to assist your family, and we will discuss your affairs this very afternoon.
It was only Mary. I was talking about Christmas, not affairs. Oh dear.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. He became as good an friend, as good a governor, and as good a man as the town had ever known. To Tiny Tim, he was a second father.
You what? He bumped me off.
Some people laughed to see the alteration in him.
Oh, that can't be the same Scrooge we always knew. He looks too happy.
Let them laugh. My heart is full of laughter, and that's quite enough. And it was always said of Scrooge that he knew how to keep Christmas, well, better than any man alive. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.
Wait. Let Tiny Tim say that.
All right. God bless us, everyone.
Yay!
They're both fine. You got the
And that is it for that reading.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, good audition.
We all hope that you guys had a merry little experience here as
Yes,
well.
indeed.
Been on a merry little Christmas.
And if you want to help with the channel, you can go to right there, go to click on like, subscribe, leave a comment. Helps with the algorithm. And also, if you can go down to the Ko-Fi link, you're going to drop it down too. Helps us pay for the comic books we use to read on this channel and also keep the stream yard going.
Hi, Ricker. Hi, Rhaegar.
I can't pronounce that, but what's up, Q? RF? Rhaegar, Jay Lucian, Jason Roykirk, and Theo Dragon, Brian, the parasocial audience, and anyone else that I missed.
Desert Rose.
Desert Rose.
Oh, is
Yes.
Rose today? Hi, Rose. Oh, it's great to
Yes,
see
yes.
everybody.
Someone whose name begins with a Q?
Yeah, I can't pronounce it.
Aaron?
It's quit. I'm gonna butcher it.
Kutaba Aleph.
Yes.
Kutaba Aleph.
That's
What she said.
Yes.
Yes, Rhaegar, I will always be nice to you, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, yes. You're a mean one.
We are going to enter here for this reading. We will be going live in a few more seconds just for Spider-Man.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see you in a few.
See ya.
That's fine. Okay.